Sometimes the law of sines won't work, and you need to use the law of cosines to find a missing side or angle on a triangle. Just like the law of sines, law of cosines will work on any triangle. It does not have to be a right triangle. It works for acute, it works for obtuse, it will work for right. What I've got in this box here is the law of cosines. Notice I'm labeling things the same way they were labeled on the law of sines. Capital letters for angles, lowercase for sides. That's important when you're taking a look at the formula. The lowercase, all these are lowercase, side lengths, and then this would be an uppercase angle. So what you're going to notice is when we're using this form down here, we're using it to find a side, a missing side. Later we can use it to find a missing angle. Nothing has been labeled down here, but these are going to be the sides we know and then the angle we know. And some people say, hey, this is a SAS problem, side, angle, side. When I see SAS, I'm going to use the law of cosines. Here we go. We're going to find this missing side. I can call it little c, and I could call this angle big C. This says take the sides you know, kind of like Pythagorean theorem, and square them. So I'm going to take 8 squared, which is 64. With my marker there. Plus 9 squared, which is 81. Minus, and it's important when you're typing this in your calculator, this all gets put in parentheses. 2 times A and B. Those are just my sides. Since it's multiplying, it doesn't really matter which one I write first or second. So those sides, notice it's not squared, just the side, times cosine of the angle we know, the only angle we know is 130 degrees. You would want to make sure your calculator is in degrees. I type this whole string in, which is equal to c squared all in at once, using parentheses back there. So here I go. 64 plus 81 minus in parentheses all of that back part. 130. And I get something around 237.56. I don't want to round that off. And that's c squared. So what I'm going to do to undo the squaring, just as if we were doing Pythagorean theorem, we would square root. So I square root that whole long stretch of numbers, and when I square root that, I get c is about 15.4. Of course, you'll need to follow the instructions on how they would like the answer rounded.